Growing up, I did struggle with my weight, and my story is a little bit as I kind of went through my teens and such like that. Was kind of always having that baby fat, and was always waiting to apparently grow taller, and it was all going to
Yeah,
disappear.
me too.
That yeah, right.
I'm still waiting.
Exactly. So that never actually happened. Unfortunately, when I was 16, I was actually jumped at a party, and the gentleman that was beating me up, he was kicking me in the head and ended up breaking my jaw.
Oh,
And
no.
so I had my jaw wired shut
Wired shut.
for 6 weeks,
You couldn't
and
eat.
I couldn't eat. It was all liquids, and, yeah, I lost 40 pounds in 6 weeks, and it was very interesting because I came out on the other side of it, and there was, like, a whole other aspect now where I was no longer getting bullied about my weight. I was getting all this attention from the opposite
Mhm.
sex, and then, there's definitely some PTSD aspect being left over from getting jumped at a party and stuff.
Mm,
And it further, kind of built on my body dysmorphia, and I need to get as big and muscular as possible.
mm,
And then, yeah, kind of the attention and the things that kind of came forward when I had lost the weight and really got that other experience of just how society treats people that are living in larger bodies. And, looking back on it, or at the time, didn't really kind of understand that, but looking back on it, it's like, well, screw you guys. Like that's like how yeah, it's just so I very much had the empathy and the understanding going into it. And then yeah, through my 20s, I did a decade of university. Basically, I was just trying to avoid being an adult and collecting all the student debt, and got into pharmacy, decided to go back and get my doctor of pharmacy. And yeah, I kind of built out my practice from there. I got introduced to, I guess, the medical science liaison for Novo Nordisk, and Saxenda was
mm,
coming out, and we were, he was telling me all about it. The cool thing I think that was originally about obesity medicine is that there wasn't a lot of medications or things out on the market. So your blood pressure, I have like 20 different agents that I can
right.
prescribe and give you. Same thing with diabetes, and the lifestyle stuff's like, oh yeah, we should talk about that. And we do, but it just doesn't click to the same way. So the approach that was being taken with obesity medicine was there was a lot of focus on the emotional, psychological, all these other aspects that really are underpinning some of the components of why people struggle with their weight. And yeah, that's like my jam. I love, well, my patients often say, like, when we have our interactions and stuff, they're like, this was more like a therapy session than just a weight loss, getting on a drug and kind of going from there. And it's like, well, we need to undress all the other stuff that's going on there. And it's how you actually create behavior change.